After a disappointing loss to kick off their season on the road against the Wyoming Cowboys, the Nebraska Cornhuskers travel back home to Memorial Stadium. Here where they'll play in front of the Sea of Red and take on the Kansas State Wildcats. Adrian Martinez's Cornhuskers taking on Skylar Thompson's Wildcats. K-State won the toss and elected to kick, so Nebraska starts off with the ball here as it's going to be a read option. Gets a block from Austin Allen, and Adrian Martinez picks up a first down with his legs now. Next set of downs, it's 2nd and 9. Triple option gets another block, and he's off to the races. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's pushed out at about the 8-yard line, but not before picking up 47 with his legs. Very next play, it's going to be a speed option, and Rahmir Johnson gets the pitch and punches that one into the end zone. Already, Nebraska has their first lead of the season so far as it's 7-0 after the extra point. Look at Herbie getting down. Skylar Thompson makes his way to the field now for the K-State Wildcats. Threw for 300 yards and 3 TDs last week. But it's not going to start off well for him here as he sheds the sack there and then throws it up. But Justin Taylor Britt, the man with 2 different color sleeves, comes down with the interception. Number 5 picks it off, and Nebraska is now going to be back on offense. So Adrian Martinez and the boys, Martin in motion. Martinez drops back. He's going to try to find Johnson, but instead the Rat's going to be jumped, and Jones, the outside linebacker, Wayne Jones, returns it for a pick 6, and just like that, it is a tie ball game. So the Huskers back on offense now. Triple option, it's going to be a handoff to Vokalek, the tight end playing fullback on the day. And he's going to be taken down by a face mask, so that's an automatic first down, even though he only gained 9 on the play. Now another triple option here. Martinez pitches, gets to the outside. It's Rahmir Johnson, picks up the first down and more, 16 yards with the options. Now it's going to be a play action. Martinez rolling out to his right. He's going to find Johnson, makes a man miss, and he's going to be taken down a yard short of the first down marker. K-State celebrated, but not so fast. The Huskers are being aggressive and going for it here. You need a yard, give it to the big fella. Austin Allen gets 7 yards. The 6'7" tight end himself punches it forward for the first down, and then they give it to him again. Right back to him. He gets 5 this time. 3rd and 4 later in the drive. Martinez rolling out to his right. He fires to the end zone, but cannot get it over the head of the defender. So now it's 4th and 4, and this time they just settle for the field goal. So now it's a 10-7 lead for the Cornhuskers. Late first quarter now, Wildcats back on offense. Skylar Thompson dumps it off to Deuce Vaughn, and he is popped by Will Honus, forces a fumble, and Garrett Nelson picks it up, the impact linebacker. And now Nebraska back with the ball with great field position. Martinez calls a screen, dumps it off to Rahmir Johnson, makes a man miss in the backfield, and he's taken this one into the end zone. Touchdown number 2 for the running back from New Jersey, Rahmir Johnson, and it's now a 2-score game here in Memorial Stadium as Skylar Thompson's tackled for a loss on an option play. 2nd and 13 upcoming for the Wildcats. Thompson in the shotgun, swings it out to Deuce Vaughn. He's able to pick up about 12, so it's 3rd and 1 now. I form, and Deuce Vaughn's able to just barely get enough to move the chains. 3rd and 10, next set of downs. Thompson in the shotgun yet again, and he finds Weber over the middle, but that is a dropped pass, so it's 4th and 10. And Nebraska back on offense now. 6:36 left in the second quarter. It's another triple option as Martinez lowers the shoulder into a defender there. 2nd and 2 now for the Huskers. Another triple option, of course. A pitch to Gabe, I believe it's Gabe Irvin Jr. Yes it is. He picks up the first down on a 4-yard rush. 3rd and 2 now later in the drive, and they try to get K-State to jump off sides, but instead, they just get a false start instead. So 3rd and 7 now, a little bit less manageable. Martinez rolls out to his right. He is going to throw to Martin, who's wide open on the corner route there. for the first down. So 2nd and 10 now. Martinez cannot get the pitch off as he is plastered in the backfield. 3rd and 13. Martinez dropping back, trying to find a man open, and he is not going to be able to find that, but he's able to shed a man in the backfield and get it to 4th and inches, where they're going to go for this, and Logan Smothers now checks in as Martinez was hurt on the play. Smothers picks up the first down. Herbie's doing the disco, and then we go to the Wildcat here on 3rd and 11, and it does not work. So 4th and 17, Nebraska settles for a field goal, and they make it a 20-7 lead. Late second quarter now, Wildcats on offense. Thompson in the pocket, trying to make something happen, fires over the middle as he does, finds Malik Knowles for the first down. 2nd and 5 now. Thompson under center, dropping back, hooks up with Lenners. I believe that's his tight end. Short of the first down though, it's 3rd and 2, and they're hurrying things up. Inside a minute left in the first half, as Thompson's got 3 wide, Deuce Vaughn next to him. He's going to try to take off for the first down, but he is sacked for a loss of 1 yard. I don't know how that was a sack. It looked like he was across the line of scrimmage for me, but I guess it's a sack, and that'll take it into halftime. Nebraska with a 20-7 lead. Man in motion now as the Wildcats are back on offense. Thompson trying to make something happen with his legs again, and he is sacked for the 2nd time this game. 3rd and 12. Thompson with Deuce next to him. He finds Weber, but he's going to be wrapped up by Payne short of the first down marker, so they would punt on 4th and 6. Now Nebraska back on offense. Logan Smothers in at QB still. Handoff to Ramir Johnson. That's a big gain. 12 yards. Moves the chains. Now a triple option. Smothers rolling out to the left here. Pitches it to Johnson. That's a first down and more. Crosses the 40-yard line into K-State territory. 2nd and 4 now. Later in the drive, it's a handoff to Gabe Irvin Jr. He picks up a first down as well as the Huskers just continue to move the ball on the ground against this K-State defense. Smothers handoff to Johnson. Jukes out a man, and he's going to take this one into the end zone. Ramir Johnson, not 1, not 2, 3 touchdowns on the day for the New Jersey running back. And then it's going to be a handoff to the impact running back on the other side. Deuce Vaughn finally gets some yards on the ground there as he moves the chains for the Wildcats. About 3:30 left in the 3rd quarter now. And this is the backup running back, Irvin, and they have an Irvin on their team as well, as he moves the chains for the Wildcats. I got to stop saying move the chains, as Thompson dumps it off there to Edwards, or Brooks that was. I know I saw Edwards. He's short of the first down, though. 2nd and 2. Thompson finds Knowles. That's going to be a first down. So 1st and 10 now with 2:40 left in the quarter. Thompson, once again over the middle for Knowles. He's wrapped up after picking up the first down as they get the first down again. And then Williams lays out Deuce Vaughn after an 8-yard rush. 2nd and 2. Thompson, handoff to the backup running back Irvin as he's just muscling multiple guys off him. Somehow picks up the first down there. Could have sworn he got stopped short, but then he's able to punch it in on the next run. Joe Irvin, not Deuce Vaughn, punches it in for the, I guess that's saying punch in too, for the touchdown. It's now 27-14. Logan Smothers still in at QB. He's going deep, and who else? Oh, I thought that was Johnson. Man, I am all out of sorts. But Gabe Irvin Jr. going deep and then stiff-arming a man for 51 yards. And now Smothers rolling out to his left here. He's going to go for it himself, and he picks up the first, but he fumbles, and K-State picks it up. So each team 2 turnovers on the day now. We're into the 4th quarter. It's 3rd and 7. Thompson finds Deuce as he's going to outrun Payne here. Is anybody going to be able to catch him? Yes, it's going to be Taylor Britt, the man who picked it off earlier. But the K-State Wildcats deep into Nebraska territory. Now it's Irvin getting the handoff. 8-yard rush. 2nd and 2. Thompson under center. It's play action. He's got all the time in the world. He finds Deneen, the fullback, and JoJo Dahman bounces off him, and Deneen's able to scramble and pick up the first down. So next set of downs, Vaughn trying to stiff arm Dahman off him, but JoJo says not this time as he wraps him up for a loss. 3rd and 8 later in the drive. Thompson finds Brooks, sheds a tackler, but then JoJo Dahman once again securely wraps him up. It's 4th and 2 as K-State's going to go for it, though. And it's going to be a handoff to Deuce Vaughn as he is stopped in the backfield. I did not see who was the initial. Let's see the replay here. It's going to be, I don't know who that is. It might have been Dismuke. I want to say it was Dismuke who wrapped him up. But anyways, it's going to be a handoff now to Austin Allen as Nebraska takes off on offense. 19 yards on the ground for the humongous tight end who's playing fullback in this offense. Logan Smothers play action, cannot get the pass off, and he is sacked for a huge loss. 3rd and 15, not what you want there. That 4:25 left in the quarter, but Smothers is going deep, and he's got a man, but he underthrows him, does not quite have the arm strength to get it to him, so they would punt it back to K-State. It's still a 27-14 game. Thompson converts on 3rd and 1 here. Weber gets tackled at about midfield. They move the chains, and Thompson in shotgun now. Deuce Vaughn to his left. He fumbles as he's tackled, and Newsome is going to jump on top of this one. That's the 3rd turnover of the day for K-State. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers back on offense. Smothers hands it off to who else but Ramir Johnson. Picks up 19 yards on the ground. 3rd and 6 later in the drive. Smothers jukes out a man. He gets tackled at about the 1-yard line, so it's 1st and goal. Then they're going to hand it off to the big man. You need a yard? Give it to the big guy. Austin Allen gets into the end zone. It's now a 34-14 lead for the Cornhuskers, and that would seal the deal as they step on their throats, and Nebraska rebounds from their disappointing Week 1 loss with a pretty big win here at home to kick off their home season over the Kansas State Wildcats as they hold Skylar Thompson and that offense to minimal damage, as well as Deuce Vaughn. 394 yards of total offense for the Cornhuskers, 294 of those on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns as well, 100 through the air combined between Martinez and Smothers. An absolutely dominating possession, just like every good option team should. Only 20 minutes of possession to only 11:48 for the K-State Wildcats. Absolutely huge game for Ramir Johnson as he upstages Deuce Vaughn. If you had to predict who was going to have the bigger game out of those running backs, Deuce Vaughn is definitely the more popular and better overall rated one, but the defense just held him to only 50 yards, 81 through the air though, but Ramir Johnson, 18 carries, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns in the run game, 4 catches for 28 yards and a touchdown in the pass game. You also had Ty Robinson picking up 2 sacks and a forced fumble on defense. And then after the game, our head coach, Wilbur Fisher, has now leveled up to level 2. And of course, we'll be putting that point into another upgraded scouting. We now have 2 out of 3 for the scouting trait. But we will now be looking forward to Week 3 as the Cornhuskers are going to be playing host to the Charlotte 49ers at Memorial Stadium, the 0-1 49ers. And with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of the Nebraska Cornhuskers Dynasty. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I am saying, anyone else excited for that new Orville Peck album?